Spider-Man swung through New York City. Buildings soared above him, cars zipped below. He loved the feeling of the wind in his mask. Suddenly he saw explosions. Smoke filled the sky. Something was wrong.
This is not good, Spider-Man muttered. He knew he needed help.
Just then, a familiar figure soared through the air. It was Iron Man, his suit gleaming in the sunlight.
Hey, Spidey, need a hand?
Iron Man boomed through his helmet, landing beside him with a clang. Spider-Man grinned. He knew things were about to get interesting.
Iron Man, you're here.
Spider-Man exclaimed, relieved.
Things were getting a little too goblin-y for me to handle alone.
Iron Man chuckled.
Always happy to crash a villain's party, especially when it's this good.
He pointed a repulsor beam toward the mayhem. Green Goblin was laughing maniacally, throwing pumpkin bombs everywhere. Doc Ock was using his metal arms to tie up innocent civilians. Rhino was charging through buildings like a runaway train.
This is going to be epic.
Spider-Man said, eyes wide with excitement. He couldn't help but feel a rush of adrenaline. Fighting alongside Iron Man was always an adventure, and this time it looked like they had their work cut out for them.
Look who decided to join the party. Iron Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. This just got interesting.
He hurled a pumpkin bomb toward a group of terrified civilians. Spider-Man sprang into action. He shot a web, catching the bomb mid-air. He tossed it back at Green Goblin. Boom! It exploded harmlessly in the air. Meanwhile, Doc Ock wrapped his metal arms around a fire hydrant. He ripped it from the ground. Water sprayed everywhere.
You think you can stop me?
He roared. Iron Man flew towards him. His repulsors blasted Doc Ock's arms. The metal screeched and sparked. Rhino rampaged through the city, smashing everything in his path. Buildings crumbled. Cars flew into the air. He was a force of pure destruction. Spider-Man and Iron Man exchanged a look. They needed a plan, and fast.
We need to separate them.
Spider-Man yelled over the chaos.
I'll handle Goblin. You take care of Doc Ock, then we'll team up on Rhino.
Iron Man nodded.
Sounds like a plan, Spidey. Don't get webbed up without me.
And with that, they split up. Spider-Man swung towards Green Goblin. He dodged pumpkin bombs and fired webs, trying to trap the cackling villain. Meanwhile, Iron Man engaged Doc Ock in a fierce aerial battle. Repulsor beams clashed with flailing metal arms. Sparks flew. The battle raged on. Spider-Man and Iron Man knew they had to work together if they wanted to save the city. They had faced tough villains before, but this time it felt different. This time the stakes seemed higher. This time the fate of New York City rested on their shoulders.